It wasn't bad, was it? Joining us in the studio, three complete neutrals. Well, one anyway. Alan Hansen is alongside Arsenal's record goal scorer Ian Wright and Manchester United's former goalkeeping great Peter Schmeichel. Now, we saw those games there between Manchester United and Arsenal, and you featured, certainly with a penalty and getting all pumped up and that, but Wright, I never saw any of your goals.
Didn't feature, quite disappointed about it, really.
I didn't scored any, did you?
Never really scored that many against Pete in the Premiership.
It sure just wasn't the mix.
They might have edited some stuff out. I had an argument with one of the guys outside in the production.
You had an argument with him once as well.
It's funny because you look at the size of the Pete now, I can't even believe. What was I thinking? The size of the guy.
That was a bad tackle.
It's a bad challenge. Look at the size of it.
I mean, we've seen that from the history. Great games, great goals. Can we expect the same today, Howard?
Very much so. I mean, I think it's a bigger game for Manchester United because it's the last chance to salvage something from what's been, frankly, a disappointing season. There's been a definite shift in the balance of power. I think that's reflected in Arsenal's schedule over the next 8 days where the games are coming thick and fast. United have been very, very disappointing this season. They're up against a team that have got multi-talented individuals that play with tons of pace, movement and control, and basically they're banging form, so United have got all to do.
Yeah, guys, I suppose the big surprise really that we've just heard is that both Henry and Van Nistelrooy are out. Van Nistelrooy injured, Henry rested. We can have a look at the Arsenal side first, and Ali Adier takes Henry's place, which is quite a tough act for him.
I was thinking maybe he would have put Reyes on.
Yeah,
you know,
he's on the bench as well.
Yeah, he's on the bench, but I thought he would have played him. But Ali Adier, he's a good little player, and it's the kind of stage where he could come on. He's quick. He's not a bad finisher. He's a good finisher.
Does this give Manchester United a better opportunity, Peter, or does it put perhaps more pressure on them in case they lose against?
I think we're losing Van Nistelrooy, and obviously both teams lose their best striker there. I think that swings it a little bit towards Arsenal, because I think Van Nistelrooy is the one player who always can come up with something special if the team's struggling.
Henry the same for Arsenal, surely.
Yeah, but
they have more.
Arsenal has just got more players in the squad that are on form, and that they can, and that's why Arsenal are playing so well at the moment, because Arsene Wenger can put more players in, and they will put. This is what Man United's been doing for years and years. They've got a player injured, a player suspended, they could put somebody in. It just hasn't worked for them this season. And I'm looking at that team and I'm just seeing Ronaldo and Fletcher. They need to bring their A game today.
You're not wrong.
You can talk all you want about strikers and goalkeepers and defenders, and we obviously talk a lot about them, but in the great sides, it's a midfield four that control and dominate.
United's midfield four looks anything like as strong as it did a year or two ago?
2 years ago, you had Beckham, Keane in his prime, Scholes, Giggs. You sit in the dressing room, you get the team sheet and you go, I'm scared of that. Now, when you look at the United lineup, you think, well, if you get in amongst them, you've got a reasonable chance of winning the match. And that is basically the difference.
OK, let's hear from the two managers, Monsieur Wenger and Sir Alex.
Alex, how important is this semi-final to Manchester United?
Well, I think that semi-finals are always important. Once you get there, there's that expectation and there's that desire to get to the final. And over the years, the semi-finals I've been involved in have always been tense, nervous sometimes, and sometimes very exciting occasions.
I feel that we have put a lot of effort in to be in the semi-final of the FA Cup, and we played big teams, and that's why, of course, we do not want now to throw it away just because we have other competitions to play. We want to do the job, finish the job well, and win this game.
I think the only common denominator is that it'll be a tight game again. I think that's almost certain. I think two good teams, both showed last week they're both committed, showed their desires. The tempo of the game was fantastic. So I think you're going to just get the same.
Both teams feel they can do it, and that promises a big game tomorrow, because both teams will go for it, and Man United as well. So I a feeling that it will be a big game.
I always say at the start of a season that you win a trophy, you've got to be happy. There's some great sides in our week with great expectation, expected to win 3 trophies every year, because that's the way supporters sometimes think.
Alex has never lost a domestic semi-final. Will that be even sweeter for you if you win?
Well, what is sweet for me is to be again in the final, and rather than I look on the positive side of what my team can achieve and what I can achieve with my team, and to be again in the final tomorrow will make it very sweet for me.
Very sweet for either manager that wins. Now, when you're talking about great sporting rivalries, the one between those two has been over the last 10 years or so, almost.
Yeah, and you only have to go back 5 years to have a game which is a classic game now. I still think that the two games we had against Arsenal in the semi-final in '99 are the best two games I've ever taken part in, and because of the rivalry between the two teams and the results they've had over the last 10 years, it produces games like that, and hopefully we can have the same kind of thing today. There's still 5 players in the United team that took part in that game, and they will remember that. Yeah. That's one thing that will work with United today.
The great thing about these two sides is you've got the mind games on the pitch and the mind games off the pitch between the two managers. I mean, you pick up the paper before these big games, and Alex is saying something.
He's having a go at Sven today, wasn't he, for playing Button Neville, and he's played neither of them anyway.
And there's always a reason for it, and it's always to wind somebody up, whether it's his own players, the opposition. Yeah. But when you look at the match, you know, I've always said, and I said before, the midfield four is how they play. And you just look at the Arsenal midfield four of Ljungberg, Vieira, Edu and Perez, who are outstanding at the minute. Yeah. And if they play, then they win the match.
This much better than the Arsenal side you played in here when you won?
I'd say definitely.
You think so?
Absolutely, yeah. The front guys, Perez, Henry especially, you know, Vieira, even Ljungberg, you know, and I think Edu as well. But I would still, personally, I would go with, maybe with the exception of Sol, I would still go with David Seaman, Lee Dixon, you know, Nigel Winterman.
And of course yourself.
Yeah, and I'll put myself on the bench, I think, just in case, you know, Thierry's not feeling up.
I can see you playing up front with Henry. You'd quite enjoy that.
That would be pretty nice.
He's always nice to you.
You know, we're strikers, I think. You've got to stick together.
Yeah. Strikers Club, Strikers Union.
Strikers Club, Union. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't really
one interesting fact is that Manchester United in the FA Cup have won their last 10 semi-finals, including the last 3 at Villa Park. I mean, it's quite a record, that is amazing.
It's absolutely awesome.
I mean, some of them by replay, which it can't be today, of course, because it goes to extra time or penalties.
Painful memories for me, 78, 79 and 84, 85, playing these two matches.
You blame yourself for that?
Oh, always. Every time. But to win all these matches is unbelievable.
But Pete was saying,
when you're in that kind of environment, once they get to the semi-finals, they know they're through to the final. That's the way they think. They don't know, but they think we are through to the final because of that record, because they've got the confidence. It's not just the players that are playing, it's everybody at the club. Everything is geared for those kind of big games.
But the way these Arsenal players will be looking at that record, is that records are there to be broken. And if they are going to be the best in England and dominate English football like Manchester United have done it for 12 years, they've got to keep winning and winning and winning. And this is a big game for them as well.
Quickly, before we join our competition, you're going for?
I'm big in Arsenal.
I can't expect to go against Manchester United, Peter, or are you?
No, I really do hope they'll win today.
Hope.
There's no conviction here.
Righty?
I just really hope that Millwall can sorry, of course I'm going for Arsenal.
Right, it's Arsenal versus Manchester United in the semi-final of the FA Cup. The commentators here at Villa Park, Mark Lawrenson and John Motson.
Thanks very much, Gary. And when it comes to FA Cup semi-finals, Villa Park, well, it's almost hallowed ground. They staged the first one here 103 years ago, and the 53 that have been held here since have turned this stadium into a cathedral of semi-final memories. But now the hush turns to hullabaloo. Quite apart from that unparalleled FA Cup record at this stage of the competition, Manchester United have also beaten Aston Villa here twice in the last 3 seasons in the Cup, and they will jealously protect that perfect semi-final statistic you just showed. That has endured since Leeds and Billy Bremner beat them in a replay at Bolton 34 years ago. But then again, these Arsenal supporters would say the modern landmarks are on their CV. This is their 24th FA Cup semi-final, one ahead of United and Everton, and they stand on the brink of FA Cup history with a potential 4th successive final. It's nearly 3 years since the Gunners lost in this competition. That defeat in the closing minutes, which Wenger won't forget, of the first Cardiff final against Liverpool, was 18 unbeaten FA Cup matches ago. Well, the team news this morning revolved around 2 strikers with 57... And, well, there'll be as much interest on the bench as there is on the pitch just at the minute. Thierry Henry sitting behind Pat Rice there. Will we see him later? Referee today, Graham Barber, assisted by Mike Tingey and Keith Stroud. And do they come any bigger than this? The FA Cup semi-final between the two clubs who have the best record in the history of the competition. Manchester United, white shirts, black shorts, playing left to right towards the Holt end, and Arsenal, the Cup kings of the last few seasons, going for a treble, which is something Manchester United did 5 years ago. This is O'Shea playing at left back to Giggs. First decision there for Graham. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Mark, up front straight away.
Yeah, and getting Giggs on the left, John, we thought he might play off Solskjaer up front, so it may well be that United might play 5 in midfield.
It's looking that way. That was Toure for Arsenal. Lauren. Scholes to O'Shea. 24 is Fletcher. And now Gary Neville. Edu. Free kick to Arsenal. This is Vieira, who didn't play for France. Selection really complicated before this huge game by international calls and indeed by international withdrawals. There's a terrific atmosphere. A lot of people didn't arrive till very late, but they all seem to be in now for this high noon kickoff. This is Ronaldo. I can't remember a sporting day quite like this, Mark, with a live semi-final and the Grand National.
I can't pick a winner in any of the two events, John. I think, go back to United as well, is that Fletcher's playing inside, where he's been playing right side of midfield generally. He's playing inside alongside Keane, and obviously Paul Scholes as well, and that leaves Ronaldo on the right, Giggs on the left, and as we just said, Solskjaer up front on his own.
Yes, that's how, you've got it right. Oh, this is Ronaldo. Oh, and he's been pushed over by Edu. Roy Keane runs up straight away. It's a free kick to Manchester United. Foul there by Edu on Ronaldo. Terrific noise from the Manchester United supporters. It's their last throw for the season, really. This is Neville. And Lehmann stays at home here, letting Lauren challenge Giggs.
It was a good ball in, wasn't it, certainly, but not to be so precise when you look at Solskjaer and Giggs against Toure and Campbell. I mean,
with an astute effort. Now Toure's got near post here. It's long. Oh, and an attempt at an overhead there. Well, Roy Carroll distinguishes himself. He's been selected ahead of Tim Howard for the last 3 games.
Well, Arsenal have had 2 attacks. We need to draw our breath, don't we? They've had 2 attacks. Carroll's made 2 saves. They clipped the top of the crossbar. There's great play this by Edu, but it hung, John. It hung in the air. It gave Carroll time just to get up. All that goalkeeper coaching was worth it for that save alone.
Yeah, and he's confirmed his selection. The Irishman Roy Carroll. Toure to Lauren. It's a really bold start by the Gunners. Edu. Sometimes, Mark, you watch the first 5 minutes of the game and you think, we're onto a cracker here.
Yeah, you get the feeling, and we were just saying, the boys before, you know, without Van Nistelrooy, without Henry, it just seems to open the game out completely.
Yes, the personnel has changed, but the prize hasn't. This is Fletcher for United. Was on by Scholes. And Vieira to Clichy. Still deputising for the injured Ashley Cole at left back. That's a free kick to Arsenal. Scholes was high. There are still a handful of empty seats, people outside trying to get in, having left it a bit late perhaps to come up or down the motorway. It was a difficult kick-off time for the fans, but they'll get their reward when they get inside. This is Clichy. It's on by Bergkamp, and Carroll's come out here to command the area. Sylvestre. John O'Shea with Giggs making a forward run just inside here. It's Toure who went across. Bergkamp. Oh, he's given it away. Fletcher. Scholes. Tucked outside nicely by Giggs. The only man in the middle at the moment is Solskjaer, but Ronaldo's free on the right. Roy Keane to Neville. Now Ronaldo. Trying to just shake off Clichy. Neville. Oh, and there's 2 against 1 on the far side on Lauren. This is Solskjaer. Scholes sneaked in as well there. And Solskjaer's come round and Lehmann has to come and meet him. And that's also a good save. Keane. Oh, what is going to happen? Oh, referee Barber says advantage play on Arsenal. Ali Adier. Bergkamp. Vieira with Perez outside him. And again. And now it switches to the other end with Ronaldo. Oh, it's the step over. But Clichy was lying in wait. O'Shea. Fletcher in the middle of the field is up against Vieira, really. That is going to be one area which Manchester United will have to try and win, Mark.
Well, it gives him the option with having 5 in there, John. He could play anywhere he wants. He was involved just before in the move when Solskjaer did extremely well with his little back heel, and if Manchester United had 1 or 2 more people in the penalty area, maybe they could have taken advantage of his play.
Ali Adier up there with Sylvestre, and he goes in a shade too strongly on Ljungberg, who's hardly been in the game yet, Freddie Ljungberg. I don't think what happened at Highbury last Sunday really counts for very much. This is a one-off game, and there's just something about the FA Cup that gives it that unique appeal. This is Perez. Trying to find Ali Adier, who's beaten Neville, and he's tucked it inside. Scholes. And again Scholes, and Solskjaer is the player on the left. Giggs is making ground in the centre. So is Fletcher on this side. It needed the clearance. Clichy was covering there for Arsenal. This is Perez. Getting it back from his captain. Good tackle. Scholes, and now Fletcher swings it wide. And can Solskjaer keep it in? Yes, he can. He needs support in the centre here as he takes on Toure. Giggs, and still.
Well, it's just so open, isn't it? You wouldn't believe what, just under 10 minutes, semi-final could start so quickly. But I think certainly those 2 chances from Arsenal very, very early, and Manchester United determined to hit back.
Well, it's an early kick-off, but nobody's wiping the sleep out their eyes here. They're all wide awake on the pitch and in the crowd. Alex Ferguson, who's never lost a domestic semi-final as manager of Manchester United. Edu. It's forward by Campbell. And Ali Adier just testing the relationship between defender and goalkeeper there. It was sound. This is Keane. Scholes picks out Ronaldo. Fletcher. John O'Shea. Scholes is all over the pitch at the moment. Tucks it inside to Fletcher. He tried to find Solskjaer. I think we're going to see some swift counter-attacking here, Mark, because they are committing players forward, both teams. Vieira just caught Fletcher.
We talked before about the role Solskjaer's had up front for Manchester United. He's been very clever early on in peeling off left-hand side, which is where Manchester United seem to have a lot of the play.
That's a throw-in down by the corner flag to Manchester United. There's quite an intense conversation going on between Toure and Lauren, no doubt about who should be picking up who here. It's Fletcher. Neville inside to Ronaldo. Oh, and Clichy's brought him down. Bergkamp complains that he took the ball, but referee Barber was quick on it.
This is why he's such a clever player, because he will always draw the tackle. And I think you're absolutely right. I mean, Clichy did get the ball.
Well, it seemed a difficult one to call that, and Arsenal feel aggrieved, but Giggs with his left foot may want to have a curler from here. Ronaldo's there as well, and it's packed on the far side of the area. Arsenal have got a wall of 4 in front of Lehmann. And it's Ryan Giggs, it's come off Lundberg. After what happened at Old Trafford earlier in the season, which we don't particularly want to dwell on, unless it happens again, Graham Barber has to keep a close eye on things. This is Perez. That was Edu trying to get it back to him. Wes Brown, who had such a good game at Highbury, has started a Manchester United attack here with Ronaldo. That's Brown again getting a touch. And
I do believe we saw a good old-fashioned shoulder charge.
yes, who said it's a non-contact sport now? This is Scholes. Vieira handled that. Well, they say it's Manchester United's lucky ground. The fans seem to think that. This is Ronaldo. Oh, he's got inside. And it's Solskjaer. Crowded out just. Arsenal playing 1-2s on their own 18-yard line. That's dangerous. Giggs to Solskjaer. It's out.
Well, I'm sure the Arsenal fans' hearts were in their mouths when Ronaldo came in the penalty there from the tackle from Pires. If it had gone over, it would have been very, very interesting to see what the referee would have done.
It's about the first time we've drawn breath. 15 minutes gone. This is Fletcher. Solskjaer. Tackled by Campbell, with whom he had a spat last season. Vieira. That's a good ball. Freddie Lundberg. Bergkamp to his right and Ali Adier.
Wasn't that the position he scored against Chelsea in the cup final? I think that was probably going through his mind. And obviously not the same finish this time, but probably here for Manchester United to get lots of room to turn and run at them, which is something they're going to have to deal with. I think Fletcher's been very, very instrumental for Manchester United early, John. Of all the 5 midfield players, he's been the most sort of dominating.
Here's Ronaldo picking it up from Solskjaer. Scholes is in the penalty area. And Ronaldo's cross. Oh, it's Sol Campbell conceding the corner, which will be taken by Ronaldo. And John O'Shea has come forward for Manchester United, and Wes Brown. O'Shea has gone right onto the goal line with Solskjaer. Brown and Keane are by the penalty spot. It's played short to Ronaldo. And he teased Perez. This is Scholes to Fletcher. Oh, Jens Lehmann rolling that out invitingly to Perez to start an Arsenal attack. Edu to Lauren. Clichy. Oh, careless by Edu. But what's making this so absorbing so far is that they are giving the ball away, both teams, at times, and that's just a signal for the opposition to start again from here. This is Brown. Neville to pick out Solskjaer. Toure is the defender. Vieira to Lauren. Pitch, by the way, here at Villa Park, by common consent, better than it's been in past years. There goes Lundberg.
Well, I think that heavy rain shower ran as well just before the game has zipped the pitch up and made the game even quicker if that were possible. But the thing as well, bearing in mind it's a semi-final, and they're normally tight and testy affairs the first 20 minutes. This is so open.
I think it's going to carry on that way as well. This is Neville. Ronaldo. He's getting a lot of the ball, Ronaldo. Giggs has come on this side to... Oh! Did Campbell catch him there, Mark?
I think he just blocked him off. It's clever play by Ronaldo, because the slightest contact, and of course he'll go over. Plays a little ball, yeah, he's blocked off by Sol Campbell.
Well, now this is going to be a test for the Arsenal defence. Giggs is going to orchestrate the free kick.
The last bit of play with the cross from Ronaldo, nobody moved for Manchester United in terms of when the cross came in, and I think they'll have to change if they want to get something from this.
Well, Giggs and Scholes are having a conversation near the ball. O'Shea is forward again here for Manchester United. Is that rehearsed? Oh, goodness me, 6 of them went in there. This is Lundberg. 3 from United and 3 from Arsenal.
What a good free kick that was, by the way.
It had a vicious swirl on it. Free kick to Arsenal.
I think we saw when that was taken that there was definite movement, and really did have to be defended by Arsenal, and defended well. This is, shall we dance, was a little routine, wasn't it? As you rightly say, was it rehearsed? A great ball in, and well defended.
I think there's a feeling that Arsenal have been that bit meaner this season at the back, with Toure coming on so much in leaps and bounds alongside Campbell. Looks a really accomplished player now. It's the Manchester United fans who are singing for the moment. Clichy. Here's Fletcher again. Little touch by Lundberg there. Edu. Perez.
terms of the build-up. Without the searing pace that Henry gives them, they're actually a little bit more compact. And Manchester United have just tried, apart from the occasion where Bergkamp got through, to keep them in front of them.
This is Fletcher. Yes, I think one of the discoveries of this semi-final, if that's the right word, Mike, will be, can Manchester United cope without Van Nistelrooy as well as, or better than, Arsenal can cope without Henry, although he is on the bench?
Yeah, exactly. Manchester United have done all right, John, without actually making clear-cut chances. They've had lots of the ball. You say Solskjaer's peeled off left on a couple of occasions, and Ronaldo's been a handful in the last 10 minutes as well.
Header was by Brown, then it was Giggs. And Lehmann had to be quick there because Ronaldo was threatening him. Never on Perez. Forward by Campbell. Lundberg is the runner for Arsenal. Ronaldo's finished up off the pitch after chasing over the touchline, and he's limping back. Got a helping hand from Arsene Wenger there.
Yeah, I think he said to him, hope it's not too serious.
Wenger standing right on the edge of the perimeter area there for coaches. No sign out there of Ferguson yet. This is Lundberg. So the game's settling down a little bit now after that explosive start by both teams. Slid forward by Campbell, but Bergkamp was second favourite there against Brown. Edu. It's interesting that Toure came all the way forward there to join in that Arsenal attack. Now, Graham Barber has stopped the game. I think he did that initially because there was an injury. Ali Adier was down for a moment or two. Anyway, it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal for what followed, but I think he would have probably stopped it anyway. This is Toure. Sol Campbell on the run. And what a good run it was by the big centre-back. And Bergkamp's there, and Perez has put it over the bar. Well, the header he scored within the Champions League was certainly this was no more difficult. It's Bergkamp's cross, and he's absolutely clear, Mark.
Well, John, the very least from a chance like that, you have to hit the target. Great run by Campbell. The vision, as you'd expect from Bergkamp. Quick little look, he sees Perez, picks him out. He's got to get it on the frame of the goal at the very, very least. Got so much time. In the end, he almost gets underneath it.
Well, it was an easier chance than the one at Stamford Bridge, and Wenger can't believe it. The man who scored the winning goal in the final at Cardiff last year against Southampton gets the best and most inviting chance of the first 25 minutes of this game. But Sol Campbell, you don't see him do that too often. I remember once in an England game, he came charging out in the World Cup, but he showed there he's very good on the ball.
It was excellent, wasn't it? I think he actually skipped past a tackle by Roy Keane as well, and I tell you, when he's running at you, you know about it.
In fact, both Campbell and Toure have seized the opportunity to get into the Manchester United half in the last few minutes. Edu. Perez.
As you can see, Gary Neville shouting at Cristiano Ronaldo, which is saying he's overloaded at times by both Clichy and Pires. He wanted to go tight on Pires, and Clichy was overlapping.
Well, that's brought the Manchester United manager out for the first time to signal something back to Neville. Here's Ronaldo. Solskjaer coming towards the near post, corner to United.
It really has got magical feet, isn't it? There's Sir Alex talking to Gary Neville about the problem.
There's going to be a problem for Arsenal here unless they're careful. John O'Shea up again, right on the line. Again, good defending by Campbell. This is Fletcher to Scholes, trying to make room, and does for Giggs. And still Ryan Giggs. Oh, it came right over the head of the ducking Ronaldo, and Lehmann had to keep his eye on it.
I just wonder when it came in, if Ronaldo had gone to flick it, I think it would have caused the goalkeeper all sorts of problems, because it would have just had a little pace on it. In the end, it was easy for the keeper.
I think if he had touched it, Mark, it might have been a goal. This is Vieira.
I've seen him head it, John.
Lauren. Pires. Oh, Gary Neville's gone down holding his face. And immediately Campbell's up saying something to Gary Neville. Neville's been at the heart of a bit of a debate this week. He was reported to have made an apology to Thierry Henry for the suggestion that a Manchester United player reported a fracas in the tunnel between two Arsenal players. Anyway, let's see what happens to Pires here, because he seems to have caught Neville.
He did. I think he did catch him, but also, in fairness to him,
yellow card.
Yes, he has gone and apologised, but the referee's absolutely spot on. He caught him. It was almost like a slap.
Well, that's the first flashpoint of the game after 28 minutes. Robert Pires on Gary Neville.
I mean, Neville had hold him in a bear hug, but he has caught him. He has raised his hands.
He swung at him, there's no doubt about that. But I think Neville's was the initial foul for holding, Mark, so it's a free kick to Arsenal. Bergkamp. Well, still got the class, Dennis Bergkamp. Unhurried really in his stride, but such a quick thinker. And forward comes Vieira, Campbell and Toure. Furthest over was, appeals for handball against Sylvestre. But two Arsenal players were convinced it was. Lundberg is in the middle. Oh, couldn't quite get there.
Well, I'm not sure about handball, John, but the key issue here is, if you can see the position of the referee has absolutely no chance of seeing that. And it does hit his arm, undoubtedly. But the referee was in no position to see it because he was from the back of Sylvestre.
Came up off his knee almost, didn't it? I'm not sure that there was intent there. Could have been an argument of ball to hand, I would have said. Anyway, it's history now. Good play by Edouard, a foul there by Keane on Pires. Now then, Wenger's come off the touchline and is gesturing.
Keane's caught him. It just catches his back leg here if you just watch it. He has a little kick in him. There you go.
You really can't get away with that, you know.
It's a yellow, but I don't think the referee's going to give him a yellow. He's going away with it.
Well, the only problem with that is now Pires has had a yellow and Keane hasn't. To Paul Scholes and Manchester United.
Paul Scholes was only in the box, John, because originally, when Ronaldo had the ball down the right, he went in for Ronaldo's cross, which never came, and just stuck there for the Giggs ball.
Well, he is an impish midfield player when it comes to getting into the opposing danger area. And although he hasn't scored for a long time for England, his record for Manchester United is most impressive. His 14th of the season for Scholes. This is Solskjaer. Free kick to Arsenal. So the FA Cup holders fall behind. And the team who know that this is their last chance of a trophy have the advantage. That's Bergkamp now. Oh, he just... free kick.
Just a nudge, I think, on Wes Brown, wasn't it?
A foul by O'Shea. Now, what have Arsenal got in the way of a reply here? Forward towards Bergkamp. Oh, flag's up. The flag's up.
There's another foul by Bergkamp. This time on Sylvester, I think you'll find. He just nudged him out of the way completely.
Well, how often has Paul Scholes done this? Ryan Giggs is the man who pulls the ball back. And yes, he fires it really through two players, and Lehmann doesn't even have time to dive. Vieira couldn't get there either, and it just went behind the heels of Toure. There goes Ali Adier, up against Brown. Lundberg coming through for Arsenal.
Great tackle by Mikael Silvestre. To be so careful, obviously, in the penalty area, around the penalty spot. All about time in this tackle.
Perez puts the ball down. Vieira's up in the 6-yard box. There goes Toure and Campbell. And Sol Campbell at the far post.
I think with the 5 men in Manchester United's midfield, John, now what, with just under 10 minutes to go, plus added time, I think they will try and just sit in there a little bit, make themselves difficult to play through and try and go in at half-time with this advantage.
10 semi-finals over the last 30 years, 10 wins, Manchester United. Are they going to make it 11 today? They've got the lead. Free kick, Manchester United. Edu penalised. I just wonder, Mark, it's early days, I suppose, but if Arsenal stay behind for a long time, will Wenger bring on Henry?
You've got to, haven't you? The world's best forward.
I wonder when, though. This is Ronaldo. O'Shea. This is Roy Keane. Giggs. Oh. Lauren Reddick. Now then, Clichy's got a chance to overlap here outside Edu. And Ronaldo has not tracked him back. So Gary Neville might have a problem here. They've got Ali Adier on this side as well. This is Edu. Lundberg far side, but Ronaldo in the end did get back to make a challenge in midfield. The Arsenal fans at home will hate me saying this, Mark, but the Manchester United supporters so far have won the battle when it comes to noise.
Yeah, still a long way to go though, John.
Forward by Edu. Scholes. Giggs. Solskjaer trying to stay onside here. That was Lauren's challenge, and it's gone well for Bergkamp. Was he fouled by Keane? Yes.
Clipped his heels and he just clipped his back foot.
Well, Perez has put the ball down for Arsenal.
I think Lundberg was pointing the fact out to the referee that Keane's had a couple of tackles and he's gone away with a no yellow.
Yes. In it goes from Perez. Oh, and Campbell was coming in, possibly to finish that off, but Roy Keane made the defensive header, and it's a corner to Arsenal.
Yeah, needed to be the Johnny on the spot as well. It was a great header from their defensive position.
Again, Campbell and Toure are in the penalty area. Oh, and Carroll did awfully well in the crowd. Toure will try and retrieve it, or will it go out again for a corner? It does.
Just changed it that time, didn't they? The two previous ones from Perez this side were really long, deep, far posts, and that was more in the middle of the 6-yard box.
Edu will take the corner. And that's cleanly caught by Roy Carroll. Ronaldo inside to Fletcher. Oh, Ronaldo's gone again. Solskjaer is far post in a good position. Campbell cuts it out.
For a moment, John, there was 3 against 3, and Giggs was also running forward from midfield to make it 4 against 3. Arsenal really caught out from the long kick.
Yes, it's Manchester United semi-final just at the moment. A goal to the good and on the attack. John O'Shea again coming up to threaten from the corner. Wes Brown's by the penalty spot. Giggs to take. Oh, there's a push on the goal line. Solskjaer's tangled with an Arsenal player, and Barber has gone into there to sort it out.
I think this is all about trying to wind the goalkeeper up, because he does react to situations like this, Lehmann.
Well, he's already 7 yards out, arguing with the referee, as you point out. Keane's had a say as well, and Scholes has now got in to pester the goalkeeper. They're all doing it. This is broken for Perez, and now it's Ali Adier. Sylvestre comes across. We're in the last 5 minutes of the first half at Villa Park in the FA Cup semi-final. Manchester United 1, Arsenal 0. Ronaldo looking for Giggs. Can he get inside Clichy? No. It's a Edu. Lundberg's got Ali Adier out there on the right. Gary Neville and Perez, free kick, Arsenal. Clichy. It's come out to Vieira. Lauren. Lundberg on that side as well. Ali Adier trying to flick it on. Brown headed it out. Vieira. Brown again, continuing where he left off at Highbury. Solskjaer looked at the assistant referee there.
A wind back to what happened at Highbury last year.
Here's Vieira, and that's Perez. Free kick to Arsenal. Ronaldo on Vieira. Both coaches out the box.
I think he's lucky to get a free kick there. He's obviously played for it, Vieira, and problem is that Ronaldo's got his hands up.
It's Bergkamp. Touré's coming in far post. Needed a header from O'Shea. Corner. This is Perez with the corner. Aladier at the near post. Bergkamp going now with Solskjaer. Bergkamp. Oh, it's come back off Lundberg. That was Edu. And Solskjaer to Ronaldo. He'd take that in stride. There could have been some fun and games, but it's been cut out by Clichy. Touré. This is Gary Neville. Just a minute of normal time left in the first half. Pulling of the shirt there surely by Ronaldo and Perez. And the question has to be, without Thierry Henry, where do Arsenal find the equaliser?
I think the ironic thing about that is that they've actually made three very, very good chances as well in the first half, and Manchester United managed to survive that particularly torrid period of pressure and replied with a very good goal of their own.
Well, the best chance was the Perez header, there's no doubt about that, Mark. It's a free kick to Arsenal. More arguments between Roy Keane and the referee. Well, he's clipped him, Fletcher.
And kick the ball away, Manchester United is the problem.
Well, two Arsenal players are now remonstrating with Mr. Barber. That's Vieira and Lundberg. I think they're saying, yes, the ball was kicked away. I don't know. He's not going to take any action over that. This is Perez with the free kick now. 1 minute of overtime. Perez fires it in. Oh, and the header is just glanced wide. Patrick Vieira was in there.
I think it clipped the post, John, didn't it? That's what Vieira's arguing. I'm pretty sure it clipped the post, and Carroll looked like he was beaten completely.
Oh, it has hit the post.
Great ball in, wasn't it? It's about getting across the defender, was the important thing.
Patrick Vieira's header has come back off the post. He scored in the semi-final against Tottenham 3 years ago, the Arsenal captain. He was close to the equaliser there in stoppage time at the end of the first half. Well, what a rousing 46 minutes that was. Paul Scholes with the only goal for Manchester United. But there were chances at both ends. Edu hit the bar. Perez should have scored. Carroll was busy. And at the other end, Manchester United really tested the Arsenal defence, and they didn't pass the examination when Giggs set up the play for Scholes to put United ahead. Arsene Wenger walks off very solemn-faced. The half-time score in the semi-final at Villa Park. Arsenal 0, Manchester United 1.
Well, it was a game that started well and ended well, and it wasn't bad in the middle either, was it, really?
Well, you asked for a great game and you got it. I mean, it was fascinating, it was explosive, there was tons of quality, tons of needle, a class goal from a class player. You've got to give credit to Manchester United. Arsenal in the first 10 minutes pulverised them. Could have been 2 up, United stuck to their task, got back in it, and as I said, a quality goal.
There's a lot of dangerous players at both ends, and you can see more goals, really, can't you?
Well, it certainly looks like that. It has been very entertaining. I think the quality has been exactly what we expected, and the goal is was just absolutely fantastic. The way it's given the ball away that sort of let Arsenal down. They miss Henry, and you can see they sort of look for him all the time to get the ball, and he's not there, and then they get confused, they can give the ball away, and that Man United has done really well in picking that ball up, and in particular Ronaldo, he's done really well on that right-hand side. And Fletcher's, I mean, we were saying that before the game started, that the midfield, the two, Ronaldo and Fletcher, they need to bring their A game, and they have done that.
Yeah, very much so. Ian?
Well, we just seem to be we're getting a lot of possession. We just seem to, especially when we're breaking.
That would be Arsenal.
Arsenal seems to be getting a lot of ball in and around that area where they break attacks up, and then Patrick will get on it, and then Freddie will get on, and then they're looking for that, you know, that into Thierry so he can do it, and it's just not there. Yeah. And we just seem to be stopping there. Then we slow it down. Man United regroup, and you know they're breaking us up. Fletcher's getting it, and he's just feeding Ronaldo all the time, and he's really having some joy on that.
As a defender playing against Arsenal, you don't want to play against Henry, because certainly when you're watching Arsenal play, the build-up's still the same. All right, they're giving it away once or twice, but there's nothing going in behind, and Henry gives them that option. It's an option, it's an alternative.
He's got the option of putting Henry on now, but the thing, in my opinion, the defence, the Manchester United defence, they've played really well. They've stuck to it, and in particular Wes Brown has played really, really well. And putting Henry on now, they will feel that they can defend against anyone now. While had he started the game, it would have been, well, maybe.
United lead. Let's have a look at Paul Scholes' goal. Typical stylish finish from Scholes.
Well, they're under the cosh here, Arsenal, and Vieira comes in the challenge
Exactly.
pitch. It's not going to
You've been sat there all through the first half saying, well, the danger man is Scholes for Scholes, and he came up with...
Because as soon as Giggs went through here...
Just have a look at Solskjaer, the way he's running here.
Great run.
Just creating the space for Scholes there.
Quite a bit of space there for Giggs, wasn't
Well, he ran with purpose. He ran like...
For Giggsy there. Okay. But you have to remember that Patrick Vieira had the ball, so Arsenal was actually going forward, and he lost the ball for them. And they just, I mean, that's been part of that problem today. They haven't regrouped quickly enough.
We're going to come back here. We're going to hand over to Aintree. It's, of course, Grand National Day today, so I presume you've all got your tips.
Yeah.
Well, if you've not, I've got one for you. Gunnar Wellborn has to be for you, right?
Well, you can give it to me if you like.
Bear on board, Schmeichel, you're about the size of a bear, and Alan's definitely blowing wind.
I ain't happy. I'm not having that.
You should be delighted with that. That's you, that's nice. With the blowing wind.
Thank you.
What's up, boys? I've gone for. Let's go to Aintree now, where Sue's waiting for us.
Thanks, Gary. I thought probably all of you might have gone for blowing wind. Anyway, welcome back to Aintree, where the atmosphere is building here as the crowds begin to make their way to this famous course, ready to enjoy one of the greatest spectacles in sport, the running of the Martel Cognac Grand National. Over 70,000 people are expected here today to enjoy the day. The jockeys are arriving, the owners and trainers all nervously awaiting the big race. But it's one of the great days of sport. There's entertainment both on and off the course. But everyone here is ready to enjoy the excitement and drama that the world's greatest steeplechase always seems to provide.
And the link between football and racing has long been established. Angus Loughran, a big fan of both, looking incredibly dapper in a brand new suit. Now, lots of people will have been gambling on combination bets with the footy and the big race.
Yes, certainly, and Gunnar Wellborn was very popular in North London, as you would have expected. But Arsenal are 3-1 to come back and win this match now at half-time with Ladbrokes to go 8-11. Manchester United 3-1 Arsenal, and 12-5 the match goes into extra time. On the Grand National, it's now looking like Juranson and Joss Naylor are going to vie for favouritism. It's 10-1 Juranson, 11-1 Joss Naylor, 12-1 and upwards the other, including Hedge Hunter and Bindery. But there have been a lot of horses back this morning, Claire, and I think it is the most open National I can remember in years.
Well, I would have thought plenty of punters will latch on to Juranson, as much because AP McCoy, the 8-time champion jockey, is on board as anything else. He's never won the Grand National. This, he reckons, is his biggest chance yet, and he's a big Arsenal fan.
Well, that is it from Aintree for the moment, but we'll be back very shortly for Grand National Grandstand. That will be over on BBC Two.
Come and have a go if you think you're smart enough. Could you win £30,000 or more from home? Call this number, 090 11 33 2211, to register and get in the game. Play along, answer the questions, and get ready to win. Don't miss out. Come and have a go if you think you're smart enough. New tonight at 6:55 on BBC One.
Mr. President, is Tiger going to win the Masters?
It's not an easy task, but he can be a stubborn guy.
What about VJ or Ernie Els?
I know there's this kind of intense speculation.
So who is going to win the Masters?
The Masters, Thursday at 9 on BBC 2 and BBC Radio 5 Live.
I'm looking forward to that. It's great this time of year. Everything starts. Welcome back to Villa Park, where Manchester United lead Arsenal by 1-0. Paul Scholes, the goal scorer. We'll be looking back at the first half in a moment, but looking ahead, there's more FA Cup football tomorrow. Sunderland take on Millwall in the other semi, and you can see highlights on Sunday Grandstand, BBC 2, 2 o'clock.
Come on, Wall. Sorry, I just want to get that in.
It's a bit biased.
Well, I love Millwall. I've always supported Millwall.
Well, what a chance for either of those two sides, but they're going to be playing Arsenal or Manchester United. United lead, but it was Arsenal really who got off to the best start.
First 5 minutes is unbelievable. This is a ball. It's just played over the top. So Vestra here clears it, but he doesn't get back quick enough. Edu comes in the header.
Give off the line has sort of made Wes Brown's game today. He's been tremendous, but I mean, it's too early to concede a chance like that. And from that point on, I was really nervous about United because I didn't think that they would have. If they Arsenal score, there is no. I don't. They would have enough.
But then again, you're talking about pace over the top. If Henry's on the end of that, nobody's going to catch him.
Well, they didn't catch Bergkamp either, did they?
No, the keeper caught.
Well, I think from the ensuing corner, they went even closer.
Oh, they should have scored.
Oh,
this was an easier chance, Ian.
I can't believe. No, that's all right, Pete. Like, he's hit the bar. This is a fantastic chip. From there, where the goalkeeper is, to chip him there, it was great vision. But it's how quickly Roy Carroll gets up. OK, the ball's in the air. Freddie should be just knocking Colo out the way there, because he's coming onto it. And Colo's underneath it.
But it's a great knock him out the way.
Well, look, he's coming on
the way. You can't knock him out the way. You've got to shout
your own men.
What do you mean? You can't shout.
Well, wait, I mean, he's in front of him. You can't knock him out the way. You can shout, it's mine. Well, in that situation, you've been there 100 times. You wouldn't go out the way there, would you?
Well, the thing about it is,
you would have scored, wouldn't you?
Exactly, Peter. Thank you.
But
the thing, what I would have liked to think is that this is his player. He can knock him out of the way and knock it in the goal.
He's a defender. He's in that situation. He's having a nosebleed. The ball's there, ready to put in the back of the net. He ain't interested in what's on the bottom.
Well, they had another headed opportunity, didn't they, with Robert Pires?
Yeah, and another great chance. I mean, Sol Campbell does unbelievably well here. Picks it up. And he just runs at the United defence, goes past one, past two, past Keane, plays a little ball to Bergkamp, who, as you'd expect, finds Perez at the back post. He's up too early.
He's just come in too early, Al.
Great chance.
He's got so much time there. Sol's done well here. Once it gets to Dennis, you know there's going to be a quality ball coming. Now, Robert, from where he is, he should be able to see the whole of the play here. He's on the far stick. Dennis has picked him out perfect. He should be now starting to come onto it. He's coming too early. Now he's underneath it. So it's going to go over.
Yeah. Wonderful opportunity.
Well, if you Manchester United fans are feeling overconfident, there's always that bloke that might come on. He's warming up in the tunnel at the moment. We would expect, if it stays like this, that Thierry Henry might feature at some stage.
I would imagine so.
As an Arsenal fan, you're hoping so.
It's not a great warm-up, though, is it?
Look pretty calm. It's like
he ain't showing great pace there, is he?
I think we could manage that.
Yeah, but there's no need for Arsenal to panic just yet, because I mean they're not playing badly. I mean, they just have to sort of readjust, not having that kind of pace up front.
Just before half-time, Righty, Arsenal hit the post.
Yeah, Patrick.
We're not sure whether it was Vieira who actually came off Keane, but
I think he was complaining that he wanted a corner here. So yeah, it did come off of Roy Keane.
Yeah,
and you know, it was unfortunate. It would be nice, but like I say, we seem to be getting to
that, isn't it?
we see. He's just got in front of, but Roy.
It's difficult to say.
But I think at the moment it looks like that's the only way we're going to get something, because we seem to be stopping at a certain place, and if we can get the ball in there with quality, we might be able to nick.
We're talking about Arsenal being a great side, right? One of the best sides the British Isles have seen in the last 30 years. If they're going to be a great side, they've got to come back and win games like this.
But also they've got to be able to play without Henry. I mean, one player cannot make a great side.
No.
So and that's a big test for them now, isn't it?
Now, even going back to your day when you two played each other, there's a bit of needle on occasions, and there was no shortage of that in the first half either, was there?
There was.
No.
Yeah. And, well, you know, like Gary Neville, I knew that Gary would be completely up for this game. You know what I mean? He's one of the, you know, you're not going to get nothing out of him. He's Man United through and through, and it's going to take a lot.
Should he have gone for that?
It's a red card.
Definitely. And I think the referee.
A red card?
Of course it's a red card. If you raise your arm,
it's kind of like a little kind of biatch slap.
Then he's off. He's got to go.
A what? A biatch slap. It was just like, don't do that, kind of, you know. But like, you know, This was a
retribution follows.
He didn't even get booked for that, though.
No, he didn't, because this is happening like 2 minutes after the incident we just saw with Pires. And I think he's sort of pushed himself up to a corner, into a corner of the referee, because he didn't send Pires off. He should have sent him off. I think he knows that.
What about that one?
That's a booking.
That's a booking,
at least, isn't it?
It's a clear book, but he cannot book Keane for that and not send Pires off.
Because it's the FA Cup semi-final, a showcase event, you cannot change the rules. You can't change the rules.
No,
the first one was a red card and the second one was
He has. The referee's done.
He's having one. Right, yeah.
Yeah, right.
He's having one.
Just my words, yeah.
Should Arsenal have been having one? A penalty, that is.
Well, it was ball to... I don't know.
I think
the ball's bounced up awkwardly, and it's hit him on the hand. I think this would have been really harsh, and, you know, I want Arsenal to score more than anyone. But, like, this would have been really harsh. It's bounced up awkwardly, and it's just there. You know, you can't...
Oh, it's definitely a handball. Now, if you
misjudged
if the referee gives that penalty, he will have to...
Alan, you think it's a penalty?
I think it's a penalty kick. I think he's misjudged the bounce. His arms come out. I've seen them get...
Alan, he ain't misjudged the bounce. It's come off his thigh.
I've seen off his what?
It's come off his thigh.
Never near his thigh, man. Never near his thigh.
It's come off his thigh onto his hand.
If the ball bounces in front of you 4 yards away and you misjudge the bounce and it hits you in the arm, it's a penalty kick.
It's hit his body first.
It hit his thigh
Well, it
first.
comes up and hits you in
That's
the
hit
arm.
his thigh first, isn't it, Pete? You're not even looking.
I did that in the League Cup final against Everton, right, at Wembley.
Oh,
and the referee never gave a penalty, and he was wrong.
Yeah, so you would have given a penalty against yourself then? I can't win with you, man.
Now, would you say, I mean, I don't know, but the star of the first half, Ronaldo?
Absolutely.
I mean, his terrific performance, he's causing all sorts of havoc.
We said that at the start.
Well, you said, Pete, he needed an A game.
Needs to bring his A game. That's the best I've ever seen him play. I mean, everything he's done today has been good and it's been right. He's passing, he's crossing. This is a great pass into Solskjaer, who just lacks a little bit of sharpness. He's been out for a long time. He just lacks a little bit, and normally he'll just take that in one touch and it would be a goal. But his crosses are absolutely fantastic.
You know the thing, when the ball's going into him, I'm feeling go. The ball comes into, he actually stops it, then he starts going again. When I'm thinking, why don't he just go at him? But you know, he's really good. His feet are just absolutely so quick.
We've seen all these tricks so many times over the course of this season, but we haven't seen an end product as we've seen today. And every time he's got in the position there, he stops, he tracks back, and he gets a cross in, and every time it's been a good cross. Look at this cross.
It's another great cross.
You know? And what they win a corner here, and how many corners has he won for the team?
I think he's won all of them.
He has. Yeah, I just think, I mean, if this is the Ronaldo that we can sort of look forward to the next 2 or 3 years, to produce that kind of performance every time, wow, we've got a great player.
Great to watch.
But also what he's done is he's allowed Fletcher to go and play in the middle of the park, and he's been prominent as well. He's been terrific.
Very, very good. Yeah. Shall I tell you one of my favourite moments of that first half?
What was it now?
Because footballers are often accused of play acting. Now, I saw some really bad acting out there.
No,
and this was this free kick, the stage managed free kick here from Scholes and
Of course
Giggs.
it was.
Watch this.
Look.
Look.
I can't believe it.
That's a Billy Jones.
There you go.
But what a great ball in
It was a great ball.
But he was.
Didn't it?
Now, this is a Manchester United ploy, isn't it? You used this, didn't you, when you were playing?
Yeah, well, I actually played against, and Beckham and Giggs were doing this, but they forgot about it and they actually kicked the ball at the same time.
Footballers, you see.
Right.
Anyway, it looks like...
Come on.
So, just in case you've just joined us, let's show you the goal one more time.
It's just really good. You can see when he receives the ball, Giggs, he has a glance over his shoulder to see who's there. So he knows before he receives the ball, he knows exactly what he's going to do. He knows Solskjaer's going to make that run.
Anybody change their mind from the start?
Yeah.
No.
I think the fact that we've got Thierry Henry to come on, that is something that we're just hanging on to.
Okay.
Hopefully we could score before he comes on. But
what we want is more of the same.
More of the same. It's great first half. Let's hope for more of the same, as Alan said in the second. Let's rejoin Mark and John.
Well, it's also, as we've said all along, a huge day in sport. Claire Balding so good at her job, she took the words right out of the football commentator's mouth. I don't know whether Thierry Henry's had a bet on the Grand National, but I had backed Duran-Con the second, knowing that Tony McCoy has never won it, and he is a huge Arsenal fan, going right back to his days as a young boy in Ireland when he idolised Liam Brady and Pat Jennings. But that's the current Arsenal team, and there are no changes at half-time by Arsene Wenger, and Alex Ferguson, not surprisingly, keeps it the same as well. So Arsenal now playing from left to right towards their supporters, a goal behind, and their long unbeaten FA Cup run is under threat here at Villa Park. Can Manchester United salvage their season in the sense of winning things, or at least getting to a final? The next 45 minutes should tell us, unless we have extra time. That's O'Shea. Ali Adier got a foot in there. Now Bergkamp, who started the first half well. Will Ljungberg catch this? Yes. This is Vieira. Oh, and Bergkamp well positioned here. Scholes knocks it back to Keane. This is Touré. Lauren to Vieira. Ball into Bergkamp. Nice touch to Ljungberg. It's a bit tight for Scholes. Solskjaer is just lurking behind Sol Campbell here. A slice by Roy Carroll. And Vieira, Clichy now. And Perez. Slides it through to Ljungberg. This is promising for Arsenal. Can Bergkamp do it here? They're crowding him out. Vieira. Huge support now for Arsenal from behind that goal. This is Edu. Lauren. And over the head of Ali Adier.
Really started well, John Arsenal, haven't they? The 10 Manchester United back into their own half.
Yeah, huge surge of noise as well from their supporters, Mark, as though they're going to even this up now from the seats. Manchester United beat Arsenal here in the semi-final in 1983. Norman Whiteside, 1999. Ryan Giggs. They lead today. Paul Scholes. That's his header. Ronaldo. This is Giggs. And now it's Ronaldo. Solskjaer comes near post. Corner to Manchester United. Wes Brown comes trotting forward, so does O'Shea. Oh, and Brown's coming in on this, and it's come to Fletcher. Now Gary Neville, swinging it wide again, but Ronaldo's offside.
The ball seemed to take an eternity to come down for Fletcher with it for his shot. Probably had too much time to think about it.
Manchester United manager, who's one of his grandsons, is here today in the crowd. I don't know how our cameraman picked him out so quickly. That's Jake, grandson of the Manchester United manager.
I think you can see through that or not?
I don't think there's any question about who he's supporting, do you? I think David Gill, the top financial man at Old Trafford, was saying this week you have to really look at the tradition of Manchester United now over about 50 years, because they have been a club that have gathered support as time has gone on from all over the world. Arsenal trying to match them with their new stadium in that respect. Here's Perez. Keane. Fletcher. Oh, now Ronaldo went behind the defence, but the ball didn't come through. Edu. This is Lauren. Little tussle on the edge of the area. Bergkamp really getting in amongst it here. Oh! O'Shea's telling Bergkamp he dived. Referee Barber doesn't pay any attention either to the tackle or to the reaction. Toure.
They did dive, John. There's absolutely no doubt about it. A definite dive.
Thank you. But no card. Here's Fletcher. Ronaldo down the right. I think he took the ball out. Well, the boys were debating the 2 cards, or 1 card and 1 not, in the first half. What are they going to say about this?
That's a definite dive. You've just got a book place for it. There's no grey area. There's been a little flashpoint over in the corner as well, which
yes,
I think involves the goalkeeper, Lehmann.
Lehmann was involved. The referee has gone across to talk to his assistant here. Lehmann is in trouble. He reacted over there when he shouldn't have done, the German goalkeeper. The other Arsenal players are coming to support him, but this is naughty. Jens Lehmann got involved there where there was no need to do so, and just confirmed his reputation as an eccentric at times, if talented goalkeeper. There was still an argument going on about the Bergkamp dive between other players, and then Lehmann went out there and got a yellow card that he had no need to, and in the meantime other players have been tangling Mark.
Yeah, the United players had tried to drag Ronaldo away from the situation. He pushed him over, Lehmann, off the pitch.
He was outside the field of play, but does that excuse it?
No, it doesn't excuse it.
Well, Lehmann's got to be mighty careful. He was involved in an incident with Kevin Phillips and was punished for that earlier in the season. And then there was a little fracas last week as well. And now Ronaldo is going to get booked as well, I think. Maybe not. Lehmann definitely.
I think the referee quite rightly said, Graham Barber said to Ronaldo, look, calm down a little bit, just don't get involved if the incident's going to flare up.
He got a warning, didn't he? Yes, but no card. Well, Graham Barber, we knew he would be tested. This could be the moment. The irony is that Lehmann on Wednesday fulfilled a long-held ambition. He displaced Oliver Kahn in the German national team. Well, certainly for that match. But doesn't seem to have quieted him down.
It'll be a battle of egos, wouldn't it, Lehmann and Kahn?
Just a bit. That's out of play. Offside as well. So the goalkeeper is on a warning, a caution. I think Fletcher's got bundled over there, and the tempers are getting frayed, Mark.
Yeah, he's worked really, really hard, Fletcher, and was in for the first tackle there, which is a good tackle, and I think in the end, Clichy won the ball, and I think he's probably just caught his foot, hasn't he?
Of course, Roy Keane, who was involved in that spat in the first half, was sent off in the semi-final here against Arsenal 5 years ago. And just 1 or 2 people out there have got to be careful the same thing doesn't happen to them today. This is Ronaldo, challenged by Clichy. Keane, Giggs. Lauren playing 1-2s for fun with Toure.
Arsenal started the second half very brightly, but since the incident with the goalkeeper, they've just lost a little bit of their edge.
This is Lauren. Keane. Touched by Giggs. This is Solskjaer. Giggs was knocked over after he'd released the ball, but the advantage is with Manchester United. This is Scholes. Neville and Ronaldo to his right. Oh, Ronaldo trying to put Scholes in again. Pat Lehman now is playing the part of attendant on the injured Scholes.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the tackle, was there? I think, if anything, it's going to be accidental. Well, he just caught the top of his head with his boot as he followed through.
Yes, no intent on Sol Campbell's part there. Paul Scholes has recovered. How long does it go before he tries to put, or before he does put Henry on?
Not too long, I wouldn't have thought.
Here's Keane. This is Lauren. He's surely got to prepare him as from now. Now then, here comes Lundberg behind O'Shea. Yes, off the bench now, Wenger and Gary Lewin. I think they're going to put Henry on as we speak. Two players coming on, it looks to me. Reyes as well. Well, this is the double change by Wenger. Ali Adier, one of the men replaced. Well, certainly Reyes is on. There's some dispute down there. I think they can't signal the players. I think it's Perez to come on.
It is Perez.
Well, we'll work around this in a moment with Mark, but a double change up front effectively, isn't it?
It is, and also, John, Bergkamp's still on. Many people probably thought he would go off, so there's real attacking potency now for Arsenal.
I think there were one or two surprise looks when Perez finally got the beckoning finger. Or perhaps the board didn't work perfectly, it wouldn't be the first time. Anyway, it's Arsenal on the attack. Referee also spoke to Fletcher while the delay was going on there. I don't know whether that was something that happened off the ball. This is Edu. I'll ask you that in a minute, Mark. Toure trying to cross it. Hits Scholes. Well, there's the departed Perez, having missed his big opportunity in the first half with the header. Edu. Henry. Keen-hearted on Vieira. Lauren. Free kick.
He just sucked him into the chance, didn't he, Vieira? Those great big long legs.
Well, Campbell's trotting forward on the far side. Toure as well. Henry by the penalty spot. Vieira just behind him. It's a bit long. Sol Campbell far side. Goal kick. Did you spot something with Fletcher there while those substitutions were taking place?
I think it was with Perez.
I think it was.
Yeah, on the edge of the penalty area. And maybe also, bearing that in mind, he's had one or two collisions, Perez, with all sorts of different people today, that Wenger probably thought maybe it's time to take him off.
Yes, he made the decision ahead of what may have happened. Anyway, there he is, very disconsolate. His team's still a goal down. Nearly an hour played in the semi-final at Villa Park. O'Shea and Sylvestre wasn't tidy. This is Reyes. Oh, there's a free kick there. Late challenge on Freddie Lundberg.
Patrick think Vieira's going mad at the referee because he wants him to play advances, because the ball had gone into Reyes and Henry was just alongside him, and Manchester United were backpedaling. No doubt he's caught Lundberg, but they wanted advantage play. Look,
it was Fletcher again. Reyes. Lauren. That's Bergkamp, and again it's careless. Fletcher gets a chance to... well, he couldn't find Ronaldo because Clichy was there. This is Vieira. Patrick Vieira steaming through, edge of the penalty area, goes down, smacks the ground in frustration when Graham Barber doesn't give the free kick.
John, it wasn't even a good dive. This is so blatant. When he gets the ball and he runs at people in that way.
Well, we've had one of those from Bergkamp and one from Vieira now. Is that a sign of Arsenal's desperation?
It's a bit early for this.
Reyes. That is a free kick against Sylvestre.
I think the referees said to Reyes he needs to take his... Well, he's taking his chain off.
Yes, there's some jewellery there being thrown to the touchline by the Spaniard. This is Campbell. Freddie Lundberg over on the left. Bergkamp's on the right at the moment. Henry trying to get a shot in. Here he is again. Henry. Reyes. Well done, Brown. And this is Keane. Offside flags up. Keane doesn't make the runs he used to make, Mark, but he's still a powerful influence.
Well, it's just the protector in front of the back four, isn't he? I think the other thing about Arsenal as well is Bergkamp's just come and played on the right-hand side, tucked in a little bit, John.
Freddie Lundberg sort of wandered across the front line, hasn't he? This is Scholes. Solskjaer's made a little run. This is Giggs. I don't know quite where he would have gone there. And that's Sylvestre getting the better of Henry. O'Shea. Flags up again, that's offside, isn't it?
Yeah, neither player knew, did he? On their own little private battle.
Come on, Arsenal, they're shouting from the right-hand end. Cup holders here up against it with a Champions League quarter-final just 3 days away. That's Scholes. And league matches now next Friday and Sunday, Arsenal. It's a towering ask, really. 4 in 9 days.
Well, the temperature in this match is rising very, very quickly.
Yeah, Wenger talking to the fourth official, Steve Dunn. Giggs. Good challenge by Lauren. Vieira. Again brought down by Keane. Now that is getting rather tasty between those two old protagonists. Vieira took the free kick so quickly, I think the referee wanted to speak to them, Mark.
I'll tell you what Vieira was doing. He was trying to whack the ball against Solskjaer because he was only about a yard off him. And Solskjaer just got himself out of the way. And Vieira just ended up kicking it through to Carroll, the United goalkeeper.
But in the end, the free kick was wasted anyway. Brown. Reyes. Showed good skill there, the Spaniard. He's on his way, Reyes. He's taking on Sylvestre.
What an absolutely brilliant flick over the centre-back initially that started the attack.
Well, Something's happened down on the Arsenal bench, Mark. I think something may have been thrown. There's a lot of security down there, and Gary Lewin, the England physio, looks as though he's been struck by something. He's had to treat himself. Offside. Well, a few security men went to have a look at what had happened. Arsene Wenger showed some concern. Well, oh, that looks like a coin, Mark.
I don't know what set of fans are behind there, John, to be honest with you.
This is Henry. Well, that's something that may have repercussions. Vieira. This is Toure. Oh, a back heel by Reyes has put Edu in here. Lundberg is furious he didn't play it to his left.
Well, not only that, John, as well, why didn't hit it early? Because it's a great flick that played him in. He's some 20 yards away from the goal. On his favourite left foot, the ball placed in front of him. So this is the one, a little flick round the corner. He can just hit it early if he really wants to.
Still not going Arsenal's way. And Patrick Vieira's got to be really careful here, Mark. The referee and he are again in consultation, or is it confrontation? Solskjaer. Toure is there. John O'Shea with the throw. Giggs. Survived the first challenge, Ryan Giggs, and got a free kick for the second.
You'll notice neither Sylvester nor Brown has come up for this.
No. John O'Shea has, though, Mark. He's gone into the centre on the 18-yard line. He's got Roy Keane just behind him.
Match is good defended by Dennis Bergkamp. But Ronaldo thought all his birthdays had come at once when he saw it was Bergkamp, but he read the step over and made a lovely tackle.
O'Shea to Scholes. Oh, another very good piece of trickery by Reyes. He's found Henry. Now then, have they got Edu over on the far side? Well, they had, and it may still work for them. Clichy's come forward. Henry.
Yeah, I think visions of last week for Thierry Henry, wasn't it? The wonder goal he scored against Manchester United, and that probably flashed through his mind as he struck it.
Might have started to flash through Roy Carroll's mind as well.
Was that a hefty sigh I could detect?
Yeah, something like that. To Solskjaer. Ronaldo was doing the chasing. Edu looks for Henry. Sylvester's the defender. Two Frenchmen. And Henry rolls it into Reyes. Vieira's well forward here. Reyes shoots.
That's what Henry gives you, though. Got a great ball down the side. See it on the pace. A little bit of trickery from Reyes. Change of feet, but not a good shot. Well, prefers it on the left. This is quite a key moment in the game now, Mark. 20 minutes of the 90 left. And also that, just the inclusion of Henry, John, has stretched Manchester United at the back. They're not playing as high up the pitch as they were before with Ali Adier and Bergkamp up there.
This is Fletcher to Ronaldo. Solskjaer's in the centre, cut out by Toure, offside flag. Oh, won back by Ronaldo. Taking on Edu, taking on Clichy, Ronaldo! Oh, free kick the other way.
decided that Ronaldo pulled back Clichy, the fullback.
Must have done. It's all going on now. Solskjaer's arguing with the assistant referee on the far side. Needs to get his concentration back. This is Bergkamp. Reyes. Scholes got a foot in, so did Keane, but Reyes hangs on. Lundberg to his left. Tackled by Gary Neville. Toure. Lundberg gets it back. Edu, Thierry Henry.
Well, I'll tell you what, Henry played a great ball for Edu. Edu played a little ball into Henry, and it was a kind of ball which says, you know, play me in again, and Edu just completely stopped.
Now then, what has Henry got here to change the course of this semi-final? This is Vieira to Bergkamp. Through, offside Henry.
Great vision from Bergkamp. Only just off, by the way. Very, very close, but just.
Well, Arsenal are going to throw in their last card here because Kanu has come off the bench to be the third substitute. The 27-year-old Nigerian. Can he produce something with those outsized feet that might just unhinge Manchester United? Wenger will have no fresh players left if there was extra time now. Paul Scholes going to be booked. He's apologising that Vieira's pushed him away.
There's absolutely no debate about that whatsoever. It's a yellow.
Well, the Arsenal players are still remonstrating with the referee, Vieira in particular.
The problem, of course, for Wenger is if Reyes can't continue, the substitution may change. I mean, obviously it might be Kanu, but they might have to bring Reyes off, as opposed to whoever was designated to come off instead.
Well, that's absolutely right. I mean, he's gambling here, Wenger, anyway, really, throwing on the third man with, 18 minutes to go. He's got really shot down there, Jose Antonio Reyes, by Scholes. I think Alec Ferguson may be deciding to make his first change. Philip Neville has taken his top off.
Wenger's furious on the touchline, John, because he's trying to shout to Gary Lewin to find out the extent of Reyes' injury, whether it can continue, or, you know, as you said before, they've got to change the substitution around.
Well, Gary's normally pretty quick with the signals. He won't be. He has. I know what's happened. I think Gary said, give it a minute. He may be okay. That's what's happened. Phil Neville, meantime, is just doing his exercises, and Ferguson has got his arm if he wants to make the change now. Barber, the referee, with his whistle poised to his lips, has indeed noticed. Now, and again, this is a nonsense with this board, Mark, is it? We sit here every week and wonder why they... Free kick taken. Henry is up there. So, flags up, there's nothing going to happen there. Free kick. Well, the referee changed his mind there. He stopped the game and looked at the touchline. That's why Manchester United are now furious. In the meantime, Reyes is coming back. Gary Lewin was right there to say, hold on a minute. Neville is going to come on for Solskjaer.
Yeah, I think Cristiano Ronaldo will go play up front through the middle on his own. The other thing was, the reason they couldn't make the substitution was because the slip hadn't been given to the fourth official. So he didn't have the numbers to put up on the board.
It is a nonsense.
Oh, is it ever?
Isn't it? I mean, they've never got that right, have they? Anyway, it's not Steve Dunn's fault. I mean, the system down there just seems so unnecessary, really. In the old days, they just used to put a man on and take a man off. This is Edu. Neville. Carnu is presumably being held back now, is he, Mark?
He's waiting to see the extent of the Reyes injury.
Bergkamp with the through ball to Henry. There's the back heel. And there's the clearance.
I'll tell you what, that bounced up off Michael Sylvester's hand again.
Second time.
Just like the first half, you'll find.
Another appeal for hands.
I think as he's just got to play it, just comes up there.
Yes, just caught his right hand, didn't it? Now then, we are going to see Carnu. Edu comes off. So,
if you include Freddie Lundberg, they've got 5 forwards on.
Yeah, he's thrown everything in now, Wenger, to rescue the semi-final and Arsenal's chances of maintaining this incredible FA Cup run. Manchester United 14 minutes away from, shall we say, lifting their season again. Henry. Now Ronaldo is, as you say, virtually the lone striker. Scholes has joined him now. And that's Neville Philip offside Ronaldo.
Philip Neville's just gone to sit sort of inside rightish in terms of midfield alongside Keane, and they just push Fletcher out wide to the right-hand side.
Lauren to Bergkamp. Oh, there's another Arsenal player here needing attention. Freddie Lundberg, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, another bad tackle. That's going to be another booking. It's Toure. Well, when he was doing that, as you can see here, Scholes is the player chasing the ball. Toure puts his right foot across him. That's a yellow card. But in the meantime, Arsenal were down to 10 because Lundberg is still being treated on the touchline. Is there enough happening for you here, Mark?
I've lost count of it, John. I need to go and lie down in a darkened room.
Save his left to the Grand National. Here's Phil Neville looking for Giggs. Header inside. Ronaldo's there. O'Shea. Corner. Now, how many players will they risk forward for the corner? O'Shea was already up there, having earned it. Wes Brown has come to join him. And Keane's hanging around in there. This is Giggs. Oh, Ronaldo. Oh, there's a ricochet there, but it favoured Lehmann.
Yeah, it's brilliant last week at the game at Highbury.
This is Toure. Probably not the time to debate it, but if Brown hadn't had those serious injuries, he might have been in the England squad by now. But he was for a while. Roy Keane seems to have got a bit of a bang there, has he, Mark?
Yeah, he got a bang in there. I think it must have been a challenge with Lauren.
The last 10 minutes, unless Arsenal score. Giggs. O'Shea. Nice touch that by Phil Neville, but Bergkamp was challenging Roy Keane, who slowed down a bit now with that knock. Pat Rice is urging Arsenal forward, Mark.
They look leggy at the moment, John, even with all the substitutions they made. They haven't really quite got the formation right, have they?
Not quite. Forward by Keane. ricochet. Bergkamp. Ooh, Reyes coming in on Carroll.
What a big save that's looking, the one in the first half from Touré's header.
You know, when I saw that again at half-time, it was only then that I realised what a fantastic save that was by Carroll. That was in the David Seaman in last year's semi-final class.
Absolutely.
Carnou's cross. Lundberg was in there. Corner. Arsenal are not finished yet. Reyes will take it. Carnou on the 6-yard line. Henry beyond him. Touré and Vieira going in there now. That's, oh, good header. Away from Touré. Clichy. Arsenal are hanging in there now. Lundberg. Get a cross in here. But, rather like Arsenal's second half performance. Well, as you said, they've got Henry, Reyes, Carnou, Bergkamp, Lundberg all pushed forward. And this is Carnou. That was a rather... Oh, I was going to say it's an unorthodox clearance. United thought it hit an Arsenal player.
I think it was Gary Neville, wasn't it?
He blasted the ball out behind his own goal. Henry's going to take a corner here for Arsenal. Vieira on the 6-yard line. Poor corner, poor clearance by Fletcher. Reyes. Keane's won it. Oh, Roy Keane, as of old, has won that and charged through the midfield, and he's been brought down by Campbell.
It's just another silly foul. I can understand why you've got to try and get the ball back, but the thing is, you give away a foul, you know they're going to kill the time, Manchester United, and it's another 20, 30 seconds before Arsenal have any chance of getting the ball back.
Well, you do get defining moments in a season, and we're approaching one now. It'll also be a pivotal moment in the history of the FA Cup if Arsenal go out. Expressions on the Arsenal bench do seem downbeat. Scholes. Is he having another big say in the season? Carnou. Bergkamp. Oh, and Arsenal have got so many players forward here. And Roy Keane once again orders the Manchester United ranks, and Giggs trying to get through on a Scholes pass. Well, there's no flag. It's Fletcher. Giggs is waiting for a pullback. Oh, they said corner. Well, 88 minutes gone, Mark. That's where Manchester United want the ball.
Absolutely. They'll take as long as they possibly can here. And again, poor play from Arsenal, really. Back to the goalkeeper, Lehmann. Good challenge by Gary Neville with the header. And again, Manchester United on the attack.
Well, you'd think this was Old Trafford for a minute. The noise, deafening. Giggs to Fletcher. Another foul given by the assistant referee on the far side, Mike Tingy.
Just haven't learned the lesson, Arsenal. Frustration yet again taking a better.
Well, as you say, these pauses are just up United Street. I mean, Arsenal have got no flow in the game while they're conceding free kicks in their own half.
Since the goalkeeper Deulani with Fletcher, or was it Ronaldo? there'd been no flow at all, Arsenal.
Giggs. Oh, Bellion was in there!
What a great ball in from Giggs as well there. I mean, Schwartz the defender slipped, but great pass that is.
Henry, now the whistles will start. As we approach the 90-minute mark. This is Reyes with Sylvestre. Giggs. Bellion. O'Shea. It's a foul. 3 minutes yet. He's aiming at Henry. 3 minutes of overtime signalled by Steve Dunn. Wenger is right out there on the touchline, shaking his head, hands in pockets.
I think he's disappointed at the quality of the free kick into Henry. Never really gave him any chance.
Ljungberg, 18 matches unbeaten in the FA Cup since the 2001 final. Arsenal. Forward by Lauren. Oh, Gary Neville went down there. This is Ljungberg. Can they do it yet? Bergkamp's in the centre, so is Cardew. Oh, and Reyes. Oh, that was a chance.
That was an excellent chance, wasn't it? Came up a Manchester United head as well.
It was chaos in the penalty area there, but it didn't break for Arsenal. Now then, David Bellion has got away on the right-hand side against Campbell. What a compelling semi-final, right on the edge. Carnew's right up there now, down the throats of Gary Neville. This is Reyes, and now it's Ljungberg. And still Arsenal won't give it up. And it's Ljungberg again. Carnew, header out by Wes Brown. Clichy. Toure. And now Lauren. Vieira's up there too. Reyes. Henry. Oh dear.
It's a difficult chance, isn't it? Well, he thinks it's gone.
Is he going to fall at the final fence on Grand National Day, Arsene Wenger? The scenes of celebration here by the Manchester United supporters, I've seen it so often at Villa Park. They can do no wrong, it would seem, on this ground. All eyes now on Graham Barber in the middle. How long before he blows? Phil Neville. They're trying to find Henry again. Brown. They thought that was going to be the final whistle, but it's not. Not just yet. This is Scholes. He must just kick it forward. There's an offside against Bellion. We've had the 3 minutes, Mr. Barber. And the goalkeeper's coming forward, Jens Lehmann. But it's too late. Manchester United are in the FA Cup final for the 16th time, matching Arsenal's record, and the Arsenal bid for 4 successive finals and the treble is over. You never write off Manchester United except at your peril. Keane and company have risen again. Scholes scored the only goal. And Alex Ferguson, after a turbulent season, looks forward to a visit to Cardiff